Hey, how you doing? This is Darren. Just here to talk about inflammation that's caused by the Lyme disease, and these are some of the supplements and natural remedies that I'm taking to help with my Lyme disease. So, you know, you might want to watch some of these, like they might if you're taking other medications, from a doctor, prescriptions, things like that. You just might want to check with your doctor, check with these things, make sure that you're not going to have any interactions. I'm not on any kind of medications or anything like that, so none of these things bother me. So this is just what I take, and these are some things that maybe you can add into your regimen to help with your Lyme disease. And these things can help you also with other stuff as well. So, inflammation, this is the cause of Lyme. Lyme disease is causing inflammation in the body. And really, that's a lot of the reason for the depression, the anxiety, the heart palpitations, pain, sore joints, all of that stuff. It's really starting at the cellular level. There's inflammation that's caused because, the Lyme disease gets in there and it affects the cells, and then the cells begin to, you know, they begin to operate in a way that they're not supposed to operate, and they're actually operating like they're under stress or under some kind, like you're in some kind of a flight mode, right? So they're releasing all of these stressors into the body, and that's what's really causing a lot of our problems with the Lyme disease. So, number one, what we want to do to activate this NRF2 is you can do curcumin or turmeric. That's a good thing to use. Green tea extract, resveratrol, and broccoli seed extract. All of these things are also going to help with the inflammation. Okay? So these are very good. Like right now I'm using the resveratrol. I haven't tried the broccoli seed extract yet, but that's on the way. I've ordered some. So I've heard some really good stuff about that. And I do something called grass greens. It's like a grass greens juice water mix that I order. And it's got a bunch of different greens and a bunch of different things in it, but it does have this green tea extract, so I just realized I've been getting that. And I just started on some turmeric, right? Turmeric, yeah. And, I just usually put that because of the stuff I ordered, it's not pills. So I just put it in a glass. It's already ground up and everything, and I just put it in a glass with like some warm water and honey, and I just drink that. Okay, so it's I've noticed a big difference. Okay, a big difference just in the last month of taking these things. I had heart palpitations, all of these things going on, and they've literally stopped within a few weeks of taking these supplements, taking these things, taking these natural therapies. Okay, so you can also do an anti-inflammatory diet that can help out, like fish oil, um, just things like that. A diet that really has probably less sugar and less carbohydrates. The less you do of those, the more anti-inflammatory it's going to be. More fats, more oil, right? More good oils, fish oils, omega 3s, all of that kind of stuff that we know is good for us. So, you also want to replace minerals, right? And you can do that with trace minerals. I've actually been taking these for a while, and you just put the trace mineral drops into your water, and you're getting like 60 or 70 trace minerals. So that's a good way to get the minerals. And sleep, we want to get proper sleep and exercise. It's obviously, as the Lyme disease progresses and many of us, it gets very hard to sleep. And it's hard to sleep, and if you can't sleep, then you're not going to be able to work very well, you're not going to be able to operate very well, and it just creates more stress and more inflammation in the body. So it's pretty crucial to get to sleep. And if you're having trouble sleeping, something that's really worked for me is 5-HTP. You can order that from your health food store. And valerian root. Okay, these are all natural things. The 5-HTP helps converting the L-tryptophan to serotonin. And then obviously we've got melatonin. There's melatonin supplement that you can take as well. And if that's not enough, right now I'm just taking these two together if I do have trouble sleeping. I usually don't need to take any melatonin, but I do have some. Have tried it before, no side effects or anything really, so that could also help you out there. And then obviously, so really, not only are we focused on treating the infection, right, with antibiotics, if you go to a doctor, and they're obviously going to give you antibiotics, and there's other natural therapies you can use. So not only are we focused on killing the Lyme disease with antibiotics, natural therapies, but what we're trying to also focus on is getting our body back up to where it needs to be. If our cells and we have a lot of stressors, and our body's been broken down, and certain parts of our body, our organs, our glands, that are releasing these chemicals that we need, the serotonin, all these things, if they're not operating how they need to be, and then we're going to have problems. So these other things are about reducing inflammation. These other things that we went over, they're about reducing the inflammation and helping get our other body parts back online, so that our body can do what it needs to do to fight the Lyme disease naturally. And then we'll also not be as tired and have all of these good things. The depression's going to go away, and then it's going to be much more easy for us to fight the Lyme disease when we're not caught in this cycle of being inflamed and being not able to sleep and not able to operate. Okay, so another thing, which is basically detoxifies and removes chemicals and inflammation, something that's really good is glutathione, magnesium, and zinc. Okay, those really work well, and if you don't have those, you need to be taking them. Okay, it'll really help you get your stamina back and just feel a lot better. And I didn't go over this. I've skipped this here, treating the infections with natural therapy. So the oil of oregano and garlic. And you can do other spices and things as well, but these are really powerful ones here that'll help, begin to really kill off the Lyme disease. Now with the oil of oregano, there's a lot of different things out there to take, but really what you want is the wild oil of oregano, because there's a lot of GMO stuff, and there's a lot of crazy stuff going on with this stuff. If some of these brands, there's even talk of them injecting things into the root, into the stalks of the plants and things like that. But with the oregano, you see the oregano grows wild in, like mountainous, rocky areas. So the best oregano, if it's wild oregano, then it's going to come from its natural habitat, and it's going to be the most potent, the most powerful, and it's not going to have any kind of harmful side effects. So you might just want to watch out on that. So number 8 here, balance the hormones. So something we can use for that is vitamin D, maybe about 5,000 IU of that a day or more. And then some licorice root is really going to help the adrenal glands get back online. Okay? And then, really we just want to heal the body. We're trying to heal the body from the free radicals, oxidative stress. That's what we're doing. And number 10, heal the damage to the mind, emotions. Okay? Because we're going to have because of that, it's caused a certain trauma having this. So prayer and meditation can definitely be something that can really help us out, and really also a natural way to reduce the inflammation and just help us not to be as stressed, to be as anxious. Really, for me, before I found out that I had this, these were the only things that were really keeping me alive, I think, because I didn't realize what I had. I didn't know anybody else that had ever had Lyme disease or anything like that. I didn't know anything about it, so I was never thinking anything about this could be Lyme disease. It was almost kind of a miracle that I've discovered that I've had it. So I'm really thankful for that, and I'm really thankful for all of these helpful supplements. Okay, here's a couple more things here that I didn't name on the last one. CBD oil, okay, cannabidiol. It's from the cannabis plant. Any of the CBD that's legal comes from industrial hemp, so it's not going to have it's going to have trace amounts of THC, THC is psychoactive, but the CBD is not. So it reduces inflammation. All I can say is that I actually started taking the CBD oil of oregano before I was really doing anything else, and I believe that the CBD oil really has been the main thing of taking away actually my heart palpitations. And if you do some research on it, there's not a whole lot being done research on it right now for Lyme disease, but one doctor has done some stuff, and they found that in the lab the Lyme disease was killed by the CBD oil, and that it also killed the biofilms. So all I know is that it's really helped me out. So that's something you can also try. Oil of oregano obviously is going to help to kill the Lyme disease and kill the parasites, bacteria, any kind of co-infections in the body. Now, this is another thing you can use that helps free radicals, get rid of the free radicals and oxidative stress and all of this stuff. And anti-inflammatory, another thing you can use is alpha lipoic acid. That'll really help out. And this is something that I've been taking every morning before I eat anything. It's apple cider vinegar with honey and warm water. I take that in the morning, just an 8-ounce glass or whatever, and drink that down first thing. And I've noticed I broke out in rashes and things since I've been taking more of these supplements and changing my diet even more. I've noticed that I've been breaking out with cysts on my body and rashes and all kinds of things. So I know my body's beginning to be cleansed. It's beginning to detox. I do have days where I don't feel good, but other days, for the most part, using these supplements, the CBD oil really helps me, with the pain and all of that. So, yeah, so hope this helped out, and, many blessings on your journey with Lyme disease.